Hello, my gorgeous souls. I'm happy to have you here today with me at Aeipathy, of course, for another pick a card reading. I haven't done one of these in a minute and felt really guided and inspired by some recent interactions with those closest to me to bring forth this message from Spirit about your connection. We're going to look today at what is the purpose of this connection to your person. So, I chose cover cards according to a new deck that I actually just received, which I can't wait to use in today's reading as well. It is the indie version of the Wandering Star Tarot. I've been using the mass marketed version on this channel for quite a while, but I have always wanted the indie version. I got it for $20. And it's just got such good energy infused in it because I feel so good about it. I got it for such a great deal, and it is truly just stunning. So that is the inspiration for the cover cards today. You will select your pile according to whichever perhaps energy that is coming through the imagery of each card. If it speaks to you, if you choose the crystal based on crystal name or crystal color, whichever one kind of drew you in, pulled you in that direction first, or is the most intently kind of getting your focus. You can also, of course, check the timestamps. They're always listed below in two places, the description box as well as in a pinned comment. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I do that, I just want to say a real quick thank you to everybody that has been subscribing, who's been watching my shorts videos. If you've navigated your way here to a full pick a card, I hope you enjoy this experience as well. I am involved in a lot of different things. I have a lot of different hats I'm wearing because I want to just, again, increase the outreach as much as I can. So it means the world if you have made your way here from another space that I'm involved in, because this is where it all started and this is my base, and this is what I truly want to do, is provide these full, in-depth, very healing, restorative, and enlightening readings. So thank you so much. Let's get started. Pile one today is going to be the Three of Swords card, not our favorite, but it has value, right? So could we be speaking to your energy? It is going to be with the strawberry quartz heart today. I thought that was just an absolutely perfect complement to the maroon color of the heart in that card. Pile two today will be the High Priestess with the Lepidolite heart, beautiful purple. And for pile three, if you choose pile three today, you will be receiving the Ace of Swords with this gorgeous piece of amazonite. Take a moment, again, reflect over whichever pile is yours. I will meet you over there momentarily, and let's get into this reading today. My pile ones, I'm so happy to have you here. If you chose this card, you quite possibly could be dealing with some level of heartbreak, disconnect, separation with your person, just again, some emotional pain going on. You chose the strawberry quartz heart, and we're going to be taking a look today at what is the purpose of this connection to your person. Now, right away with the Three of Swords here, of course, the key words say heartbreak, sorrow, excuse me, my goodness, heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. But with that, you know, I'm never going to say that the intent or the purpose of something is purely to cause pain, but truly through our contrast, which can accompany pain and sorrow and suffering, there's always going to be growth. So what I can just baseline get from this energy is that perhaps through the opening of your, soul expansion, your heart and soul awakening, your heart chakra being, activated, and perhaps, yes, having encountered some unpleasant experiences, you are experiencing that expansion. And that's definitely the purpose of every connection, is to help us grow, to help us expand, to evolve, and to attain a higher level of perspective in our own lives as a result of those experiences that we encounter and that we have. So we'll see how that resonates to the rest of the reading. That is from the Wandering Star Tarot, which I will be using as sort of just a clarifying deck today. Your main deck that we will be using for your reading is going to be, if I can get it out here, the Curious Creatures Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. So let's get some context for you to make sure that this is your right reading. I want to see what's going on between you and your person right now. Just a really quick, again, energetic snapshot. Let's take a look. Also, I know that you really can't hear, you can't see rather, me shuffling beyond just hearing and knowing that it's happening. It's just the way that the setup is. But trust that I'm doing what I'm always doing, which is just shuffling so I can lay the cards. I'm not cherry picking anything. Everything is always on the up and up here. This is all a high vibe space. So just know I have some limitations with my filming space at this point in time, but I am just shuffling the cards. While I do that, go ahead and set your intention for this reading as I have before beginning it. So you want to make sure that you are open, ready, and willing to receive all of the insights that are going to come forth from Spirit today, because of course there's no sugarcoating here. I'm very compassionate and considerate as a reader, but I'm also very direct and honest. So I'm going to share with you exactly what comes through as it comes through in the nicest but most clear and concise way possible. So you want to just be sure that you're ready before this reading or any reading that you watch, that you are prepared to receive and take in those messages, whatever they may be. It may not necessarily be something that you want to hear, but need to hear all the same. Also select a sign if you feel called to do so. A sign is just a way to anchor the messages you do receive, that you can take them in as true for you. It's a lovely and easy way, when you allow it in, that Spirit can communicate with you. So we always suggest selecting a sign, which can be anything at all: a name, a number, an animal, a specific tarot card. Maybe the Three of Swords is your tarot card, who knows. A symbol of any kind is just a great way to, again, have that little rapport, that relationship with Source, where you communicate clearly what you'd like to see to help them bring forth messages to you, and have you be able to take those in readily and know that they're exactly for you, that you've asked for the sign that they're accompanying, so you know you can trust them. Okay, for pile 1, please. What is going on in pile 1's connection currently? We have the Queen of Cups. The Ace of Wands. You're not giving up on this connection. I can see that quite clearly. The Three of Wands. Yep. There's a bit of a waiting game kind of taking place at this point in time right now for you, pile 1. And you're really hoping for a restoral, a reconnection, or a balancing of this energy. I always go ahead and clarify beneath each initial row of my spreads. So the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Two of Swords. This is a refusal to act, and in some cases a refusal to see either what is directly in front of you. The Nine of Pentacles for the Ace of Wands. The Fool for the Three of Wands. And the Eight of Cups for Temperance. Okay. So what's really interesting, the Fool 2.0 is on the very bottom of the deck. We have the Fool and the Fool 2.0. The Fool 2.0 is very interesting. It is a card unique to this deck. Chrisanne has created it to basically embody the energy of the Fool, but it's doing something that you've technically done before now again. So you're still taking that leap of faith. But notice how in the Fool energy, sort of when we have that natural naivety, we don't have that past experience to go off of. We leap freely into the unknown. And then as we get into repeat cycles perhaps, and I do think this has been a cycle with this person, we still want to take that leap of faith, or we're still hoping that we'll have that opportunity, but we're a little bit more cautious the second go around. So I'm definitely seeing that there is a desire here to have a new beginning with this person. And it's interesting, all of these cards are very independent or solitary energies. Nothing here is really showing me that there is current active connection between you and your person. So what it's looking like, if I can just get these situated here, what it's looking like for me is we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, of course, is a very loving, devoted energy. She is sitting patiently, and there's a lot of, again, energy of waiting in place here. So keeping your energy still and consistent and hoping and waiting for this person to return. The Two of Swords here, though, clarifying the Queen of Cups, shows me that you're actually in a state of just indecision or inability to act or to see and think clearly about what is really presenting in your physical experience. You know, the person is blindfolded, or the tiger in this case is blindfolded in this card. They've got both of their swords up, which indicates also a degree of defensiveness or willing to fight for something. So really being in this strong emotional energy, not as receptive as the Queen of Cups would normally be, It's an energy of someone who's very much embodying a lot of love, but who's also, if I'm quite honest, in chaser energy. So you're actively, energetically still pulling at this person, seeking this person out. It does look as though you're trying to have a new beginning independently with this Nine of Pentacles presenting with the Ace of Wands. This is trying to sort of focus on your own life. But again, I'm feeling like that's sort of just a facade for what is going on beneath the surface energetically. What's going on energetically is, again, this period of waiting, this standstill, this almost stagnancy. There is something here that you're hoping for. For some of you, perhaps, especially with both of these Fool cards coming out, some of you may have never actually had a full relationship with your person. Others of you have, and there's a very cyclical nature to this connection, and that's something what you're looking to have a repeat of, not necessarily any of the drama, but just the ability to return to each other. Temperance energy, once again, is that I look at that as could be reunion energy, it could be just a balancing, but it's alchemy, right? It's coming together. It's two separate elements or two separate individuals kind of merging and blending and creating this beautiful harmony as one in union. The Eight of Cups is telling me that one person has definitely moved away from that energy at this point in time. And this is, of course, obviously why you would be waiting, because this person has disconnected from you. Again, back to that Three of Swords energy, there is a state of separation. This is definitely separation energy to me. So if that doesn't sound like your individual circumstances with your person, this is not your pile, and that's okay, because there's two other ones. I will go ahead and do this little mini synopsis before each one so you can decide which is your pile. But if this is sounding like it's your situation, then you're in the right place. So pile one, let's see what the purpose is of this connection. We know where it stands currently, and it's of course very painful. You're in a very difficult place with this person, and I think you're very both energetically and emotionally stuck. And I think you're also just hoping that things are going to turn around, that things are going to become more abundant and more bountiful between you, that there's going to be more potential, that the story isn't over, and that there's going to be another go around, another chapter, as it were, again with that Fool 2.0 presenting. So let's see what the purpose is of this actual connection. And then just as a byproduct, or, you know, and as a side, I will go ahead and ask if you can expect anything new from this person in the near future. What's to come in the connection in the next few months. So what is the purpose of this connection between pile one and their person, please? We want to get an idea of what is the purpose. What is the deal here? So definitely contrast, as I indicated. We have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Fives in tarot are always going to represent challenges, change, transformation. They're difficult energies, but they're very purposeful. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. And we have the Page of Wands. Now clarifying these energies with the Seven of Swords for the Five of Wands. The Hermit. There's our spiritual element right there. The Five of Swords. The Eight of Wands. The Seven of Wands. Some big, to take a word from my grandmother, life lessons. But there's some huge opportunities for expansion and growth here. Very much, especially with both the Hermit and the Star presenting out. They're really, really big energies that are meant to represent huge shifts and you know, I guess just changes in your life. They're meant to bring forth really significant expansion and energetic shifting for you. Let's also get some other cards here out on the table. I want to know, this is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. What is the purpose of this connection between pile one and their person? Family tree, expansion and legacy. Absolutely. As I said, expansion is huge here. And Ascended Masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. So this is about expansion at a spiritual level, as I indicated, with, again, the Hermit, the Star here. All of this is really, really big energy for you, pile one. We're going to get a couple of the Healers of the Earth Oracle cards as well. I apologize that my voice is so scratchy today. This is the morning time when I am recording this. So we're just trying to work with this. All right. What is the purpose of this connection between pile one and their person, please? hands that heal, healing ability, magic touch, and hands on. I think we can probably squeeze 3 in there. I think 3. We have the law of balance, harmony, equity, avoiding extremes. Can we fit one more? I want to fit one more. I really, really do want one more. Okay, we're getting 2 more. Okay, we have shaky foundation, unsteady, lacking support, and practical. But that came out with this card right here. Bottled up, repressed, pent up, and needing release. Whew, there is a lot to unpack here. There's a lot going on for you, pile 1. So let's just get right into it. In just a moment. Okay. As I said, lots of 5s presenting out for you. The 5 of Wands here specifically can reference things like competition, struggles, challenges. I see it as contrast, especially with the 7 of Swords energy. This is about seeing things in a different way, strategizing perhaps. I think also taking the high road. If I can say, I believe that you're operating from a very low place, a place of a lot of ego. So there could be other people that are vying for the attention of your person, or you could just be a naturally very jealous person, someone who's not balanced in your own energy, and you're not content and secure and safe or confident in your own self. And this is the connection where that's really being highlighted for you. And the reason being is so that it can be resolved, and so that you can ascend to a higher level, a higher place where you're embodying a different energy that naturally allows you to attract in a relationship that is not going to present all of this contrast, because you don't embody that within yourself anymore, that you can release and let that go. The 5 of Swords here, again, another card of the energy here to me is like being underhanded. So I don't think necessarily you're an innocent party to this mix. You know, there's probably been a lot of discord in the past with this person. I can see there's been a lot of resistance to change with this 7 of Wands here. Ooh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. And just a really strong propensity for I guess I'm being really honest, is that it is an immature energy. Why it's showing me this yet in the top row is because I believe that this bottom row is showing me how you can come out of that, how the purpose is to help heal you and resolve you of all of these kind of more difficult personality traits and energetic sort of stations that you sit in that impede and prevent you from having a really successful, happy relationship. Let's also look at this a different way. The 5 of Wands with the 7 of Swords, for me, is about this continued resistance, this push and pull energy. Again, as I said, this chasing and this running, this back and forth, hot and cold energy, and how that's just really, again, underhanded. It's at a low vibration. It doesn't serve you. It's not what you want out of life. I really do think you want a very balanced, soulful union with someone. You're clearly on a spiritual path. We have here the Ascended Masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. This shows me that you're meant for a higher purpose, and you're meant to really grow and ascend in your life and to achieve a higher state of energy, one that is very much not this low level stuff that we're experiencing and seeing right now. And I apologize. I'm having like burping issues. I burped once and I'm sneezing, and that never happens when I'm recording. So this is really, really weird. It's almost like all of this stuff is needing release, right? Like there's so much here that's pent up. It actually says bottled up here, and it needs to be let out. So I don't know if that's just sort of like a sign of that. Really, really interesting. But at any rate, we also have expansion here, legacy. So this is about, again, an independent journey, one in which you are meant independently and individually, pile 1, to grow and ascend. The purpose here is not necessarily, I know that everybody wants to hear like it's the purpose of us is to be together forever. But really a lot of connections are about just us increasing and ascending independently. Again, achieving that higher state or that higher elevation of energy. And that very much looks to be the case here. Your legacy is going to be how much you learn in this lifetime and how far you grow. And it really does look like you grow and eventually achieve a lot. Look at how in this card, You know, it's not just a family, a beautiful symbol of abundance and growth and just good connections, but look at that tree. It's so deeply rooted. It's so large, indicating, just a lot of, again, abundance and growth potential for you. With the Five of Swords, I think there's been some resistance to this, and some difficulty coming out of those energies. But with the Hermit here, nines in tarot represent solitude, again, independence, introspection as well. It's all about an inward journey in this case. And I really think that there's been this separation. It's been divinely guided because it's meant for you to step into this energy of healing independently, and for you to take this time to sit in that hermit energy, connect and commune with spirit, and really, get a higher perspective on things. It says hands that heal, healing ability, magic touch, and hands-on. I think this is about getting hands-on with your healing, with you really diving deep into your spiritual work. This could look very different for a lot of you. This could be meditation. It could be actually developing a specific spiritual practice. So you could be starting to work with divination tools. You could be creating, getting very, deep into artistry and different avenues of creation. Maybe you're working with crystals. Maybe you decided to take up something that's a little bit more educational in nature, like Reiki. However, again, that looks for you. It just feels as though it's allowing you this ability to step into your own healing path, which is, of course, the purpose for everybody, but it's really going to have a huge impact for you. Again, you're sitting in a lot of resistance. We even saw in the beginning of the spread pile one that you kind of are resisting the flow of moving, and being guided away from this person. You're very much deeply rooted and a bit stuck on this energy of it being this person. And again, with this Fool 2.0, it being this person, and it's going to be another go around with this person, and not really opening yourself up to all that exists out there. Again, I think your foundation right now is incredibly shaky. There is a lot that needs to be rebalanced, and it's all being repressed. Again, with the Seven of Wands, you're not wanting to release and let go and achieve this sense of alchemy and harmony and balance. We had Temperance out earlier. The law of balance, harmony, equity, and avoiding extremes. I think that's, a tie-in with this healing energy. That's going to be what happens when you release this resistance and allow things to flow. But at present, with this Eight of Wands being blocked, things can't energetically move much because you are like literally keeping yourself stuck and deeply rooted in one place, bottled up, repressed, and again, resisting the flow of moving forward. The Page of Wands is a very, very immature, impulsive energy. It's very childlike. It can be very free, but it's also very impulsive, impetuous. It can be angry. A Page of Wands energy is just all over the map. This isn't said at all to shame you if your moods are a bit imbalanced or your energy is a bit up and down, because everybody has periods like that. Everybody goes through that process and then grows from it. The star here says that the purpose is for you to, again, heal from this as well, for you to ascend to a higher state of being beyond this page energy. In fact, let me get a clarifier. I feel like you're going to feel really upset at being told you're immature, which of course makes sense when we have all of these egoic sort of energies coming out. But, as I said, I'm compassionate yet direct. So I want you to feel okay about this. And I want to ask specifically of Spirit, if Pile 1 begins to heal from this Page of Wands energy, as is their purpose through this connection, this experience of this connection, what energy can they achieve? What is possible for them? So the Sun, happiness, joy. Look at how she's so balanced and abundant. The Four of Wands, stability. Notice how right now, shaky foundation. What would be replaced with that is the Four of Wands, literally the energy of groundedness and balance and harmony. The Tower. So the Tower is going to fall away, all of those old habits. And then what it's replaced with is the Page of Cups also. So this is just the energy of love. This is somebody who wants to give love, who's open to receiving it. Again, still a novice, right? Still a page energy. You're not going to ascend from a page to a queen or a king immediately, dependent, gender is not important, but dependent upon the level of expertise and skillful mastery you attain, we can all become kings and queens in terms of energy. But that doesn't happen overnight. There are no quantum leaps, really. So it's going to be a process. However, to go from the Page of Wands to the Page of Cups, I definitely see as an elevation, as an upgrade, because the Page of Cups is much more loving. It's much more well-intended. It's much more balanced. This is great. I'm loving this so much. Already, there's so much promise here. There really is so much. And we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. This is all your choice, pile one, but this is what you have possible and capable of yourself, is the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody who, we just talked about Queen energy and King energy. This is somebody who is really in their power, really grounded and solid and secure and stable, abundant as ever, and just doing well independently. But it also is the spouse card. So this can represent, going from the Page of Cups to a Queen of Pentacles, how you can begin to develop and sort of manifest this better love energy that is not only what you're giving out, but what you're receiving back, so that you can eventually attain that relationship, that union with someone that you're really wanting, that's balanced and harmonious and joyful and happy. Don't forget that the first card that came out was the Sun. So this is the purpose, is for you to get out of all of this really yucky energy that you're sitting in and to just ascend, to just grow, to just move beyond it. Let's get some more information here. What else does pile one need to know about the purpose of this connection with their current person? It's the purpose of the connection itself. You know, what is this person, or the connection to this person, for pile one? What is it meant to do? We have the Four of Cups. You know, there were strong indications that I was also seeing about putting yourself first, knowing when to say no, when to walk away. So we have the Devil here, the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity, right? Knowing when to step away, when you're not getting anything out of the situation, and when someone's not equally coming up and showing, you know, they're not putting in the equal effort. The phrase that was coming to me was showing up to the table. I don't know what that, maybe that has relevance to you. But with the Four of Cups, this is a refusal here. And the Three of Pentacles is to come together equally and to put in the teamwork that is necessary to make something, to create something and make something better, to make it what it is. The King of Swords here with the Page of Pentacles, again is you seeing and understanding at even a cerebral level your worth, what you're capable of, and what you are able to attract. It's much better than what you're getting in this situation, pile one. I know it doesn't feel that way because right now you're not sitting in an energy where you feel good about yourself, right? The Devil and the Five of Pentacles. But you really are worth more and you can have more. The Six of Pentacles here says that there needs to be balance in the reciprocity, the give and take. The equal energy exchange is not occurring with this person. And that's something that most definitely can happen through the process of you going through this, where everything is very one-sided, where everything feels, you know, very lacking from your side. Very lonely also, I'm hearing. I think you're left alone a lot. This person doesn't really come forward often and give you love, or get your love languages are different as well. What I'm thinking is that this person is more reserved emotionally overall, and if they do choose to show of themselves, then how that's happening is usually through it feels like either acts of service, or for some reason like gifts, just like giving you something to show, like, I do care about you because I gave you these flowers, or I'm giving you this, you know, this, I brought you some food, or, you know, things like that. It's again a tie-in of act of service and purchasing of goods. But for you, I think that your love language is someone who just embodies a loving energy towards you at all times, who is balanced and secure in themselves, who feels comfortable to express themselves emotionally, and who really ultimately can come forward and be an equal partner in this, you know, with justice, balance. And I just don't think that this person, or at least in this current energy, that this person is able to do that for you and embody that. So I want to get some more information here. I'm going to be using the Wordless Oracle. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. It's brand new, from a very nice lady and friend. Her name is Ray Serafina Barker. She's incredible, absolutely incredible. She created also the, what is the first deck? I've been using it so much, and now I can't recall what it is. Okay. Now that, darn it, it's going to bug me. It's going to bug me. What is it? I can't move on until I know what this deck is called. How can I forget this? I'm usually so good with deck names. The Deep Place Oracle. There we go. Okay, just had to have a moment. What's really interesting about these cards I've pulled, the Wordless Oracle, as the name implies very aptly, does not contain any words. There's no keywords. There's nothing. These are all just intuitive prompts. What I'm immediately seeing, and I think would be even, clear to the viewer, you as well, is that these are all very dark cards. They're all absent of any color. And just to give you an idea, that's not what this deck is about. That's not what this deck is about. So to pick 3 of the darkest, most gloomy looking cards in this deck really shows the energy that you're currently sitting in. And, I know that that's got to be hard, that really is hurtful to you, that you're feeling so low, and that it's this one person, or what you perceive to be this one person, that's holding back all of this ability for you to have happiness. But really, it is a discontentment inside yourself. And again, that was why there was all of this energy about you ascending independently, you developing your legacy, you experiencing your own personal expansion. Because I think, as you see here, look at how this looks like a parent and child. Again, a symbol back to family, the idea of family and genealogy, and just that process of ancestry. It's about you growing and learning, through your lifetime, and you can impart that on children, and you can just really have an imprint on this physical life that you've lived on a high note, in a way that makes you proud. Look at also this as well with this person. These are independent energies. Now the rest of these are people standing at the precipice of something, standing in front of all of this water. This very turbulence. This is like a storm, almost looks like a tsunami or something. I mean, it's just crazy, these images. But again, it's just opening yourself up to spirit, opening yourself up to intuition, emotion. That's all the embodiment of this watery energy coming through. And really, I think just surrendering. Again, there's a lot of resistance. You're sitting in pile 1. There's a lot of not seeing things clearly, or seeing them from a very low place, a very low perspective. And I think it's time for you to open that up. These are very expansive cards. There's so much going on in them, and there's so much potential and vastness for you to grow and for you to see from your very limited view. Remember in the beginning, the 2 of Swords came out. The person was blindfolded. They couldn't see clearly anything at all. And this is having such a wide vantage point, being able to see everything clearly. Even though the world looks dark right now, things are not certainly in a good place. And you're likely, again, very sad with this 3 of Swords energy. I want to stress to you that this Fool 2.0 card came out because it's meant for you to have a new beginning. Not necessarily with this person. That's what you hope for. But your new beginning, I'm guided to tell you, is one in which you are just independently rocking it, doing amazing, growing, expanding, learning, and taking that and running with it, and just having and manifesting a really beautiful, beautiful life. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and just pull just a few quick cards to see what the, most recent future, with the near future of this connection looks like for you with this person, pile 1, just so you can get an idea. And then we're going to pull final guidance for you, how you can achieve this. So Strength tells me that things will stay as they are for a period of time. The Ace of Cups, though, says a new cycle in love, and we're going to see what that has to do with the Ace of Swords. So communication could be coming in from your person. And the Seven of Pentacles. So ultimately, if I'm honest, what I see is much the same holding pattern as before. Strength tells me, especially being a major card, that not much is going to energetically shift. In the 3D, you may see, again, another cycle with this person. Definitely some communication coming in from them, and then sort of a fall off once more. Again, finding yourself in another similar pattern or cycle of waiting around, hoping for change, and not really experiencing much of anything with them. So that's for you to decide if you want to engage with that once again. But we're going to get you some advice on how you can move through these energies, and how you can really begin to heal and grow from this connection, and really meet your purpose where it's at. So what is the guidance for pile 1, please? The guidance for pile 1 right now. Oh, we have a flyer. Let's take it. Sacred Smoke. Cleaning the air, purging negativity and prayer. So again, it's time to cleanse, detox, release, let go of. That was a huge, huge message in this pile. Miracle, we have healing, answered prayers, and remission. So there's a lot of, again, energies also of like distance. When we think of remission, that's a separation. That's something kind of waning and going away into a more peaceful state, a calm place. Cleaning the air, purging. These, again, are releasing, letting things go. Healing is moving forward. When we have miracles coming out, this is, the sun shining after a rainy day. This is really calling on you, I think, to put distance between you and this person. Frozen in time is indicating where you're at currently, stuck, avoiding change, and locked in the past. Most definitely pile 1. And I think it's purging of that energy that keeps you stuck and waiting. And pick up your sword, take a stand, be heard, and support a cause. So for me, this is about supporting yourself, finally sticking up for yourself and just saying, no more, I'm not going to deal with this. This is not for me. Really embodying your light, your power, your inner divinity that you know exists. You are on a spiritual path. Absolutely. With that Hermit and the Star coming out, it's saying there is so much potential available to you, pile 1. You have to really, though, lean into self instead of focusing outward. And that's when you can stop feeling stuck and stagnated. These miracles will begin to evolve and happen for you and show up in your life because your energy will change. Remember, all of that darkness that presented in those oracle cards is going to be replaced with light, going to be replaced with that sunny, beautiful energy that we saw would happen for you if you embodied all of this healing work. If you really took the time to take that on, that is what you would be looking forward to experiencing. It'll allow you to also take a stand, to stick up for yourself, and to truly, as I said in the beginning, kind of like honor that sacred no, and perhaps not keep showing up for connections that are not serving you at the soul level, that aren't making you feel good ultimately, or that are not benefiting you. They're teaching you a lot of things, but I think it's your determination at what point the lesson ends and now the opportunity for growth and healing begins. So pile 1, I so hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Lots of difficult messages for you, but hopefully things that have helped you on your healing journey. If you have enjoyed the reading and haven't subscribed at this point, please feel free to do so if you feel called to. It really helps my growth and expansion, as well as my ability to outreach a lot of people in this collective with these messages. So your support means the world. I am so appreciative of it. I hope to also see you again for a future reading. I have lots of other readings available in the meantime, also in playlists that you can feel free to peruse if you choose to. And until next time, pile 1, I am sending you so much loving, abundant energy, wishing you lots of strength as you take on these energies and move forward in your life. And until next time, I hope you take, again, great care. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 2, happy to have you here with me today. You chose the purple Lepidolite heart as well as the High Priestess energy from the Wandering Star Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful deck. These card backs, I just can't get over. Oh, gold foiling. So today we're taking a look at the purpose of your connection to your person, what this is doing for your life, what it is meant to do. The High Priestess energy for me is a very strong indicator always of intuition, of trusting self, of trusting source, really being deeply spiritually connected. So this may be a very spiritually aligned relationship or connection for you. It could be teaching you a lot of spiritual and very ascending sort of energies. Opportunities for growth and expansion naturally exist. And I think you're meeting those challenges or meeting those opportunities and truly learning and growing from them. So already I'm feeling very different, more evolved energy than pile 1, quite honestly, but we'll see how this also resonates to the rest of the reading. For the main deck I'll be using for you today, we will be having the Midnight City Tarot for you. Another beautifully independently created deck. Love these indie decks. They're so fun. I apologize that it's a little darker looking for you than pile 1. I took a break and only like literally 30 minutes apart, and it's an overcast day, so natural light today is not our friend, but we're going to be fixing that soon. So while I am shuffling your deck, go ahead and set your intention, as I have for this reading before beginning it. which is that you are open, ready, and willing to receive all of the insights that are going to come forth from Spirit today. I felt really guided to say that and to elaborate on that message because of the nature of the messages that could come forward today in this type of reading. It could be very sensitive material and insights that come through. I am a very, by nature, compassionate yet direct reader, so I will always present forth exactly what I see as I see it, but do so in as nice a way as I can. At the same time, though, you need to make sure that you're ready and able to receive those insights, that you can take those in. So set that intention before any reading, not just mine, but any reading that you watch, because you know, these readings could bring forth things that you may not necessarily want to hear, but need to hear. So it's important to just make that clear to the universe that you're open to them. Also, go ahead and select a sign if you feel called to do so. Selecting a symbol is a great way to commune with Spirit. It's just allowing you to really make clear what you want to see in order to be able to anchor and affirm the messages that you receive. You can select anything at all, a name, a number, a specific tarot card. Maybe the High Priestess is your card. Anything at all, and let that just be your little totem, your good luck charm or good sign from Spirit, again, from the universe, to just kind of convey to you, we're listening, we're here for you, and we're going to give you what you've asked for. Ask and it is given, right? When you ask for it, so that we can communicate with you as easily as possible. They always are trying to do that. They're always guiding you, supporting you. So make it easy for them and they will deliver. Now to start pile 2, I want to go ahead and ask, get some context, a little bit of an energetic snapshot, if you will, of what is going on between you and your person, so you can help decide and discern immediately before you get too in deep of this pile, whether or not this is your particular reading. So if it happens to not sound or resonate back to your situation, then you know to choose a different pile. If it is making sense, then you know you're in the right place. So for pile 2's person, and pile 2, please, what is the relationship? What is the connection? Where does it stand right now? What is going on in this connection between them, between pile 2 and their person? So we have the Fool energy coming out. We have Strength, so major arcana cards already. Lots of pink and lots of yellow. So I'm just feeling enlightenment, moving forward, clarity. The Eight of Swords, I think that's kind of what's being abandoned. The Page of Swords is oriented in a different direction than the Eight of Swords. So don't worry about that card. No worries at all. Yeah, the Fool with the Two of Cups. Definitely a new start for the two of you. The Emperor with Strength, already getting a pretty solid storyline here. The Two of Wands. Page of Swords. This is helping you to make decisions for both parties to get clear. Oh yes, this is wonderful. Okay, for both parties to get clear on what they're wanting out of this connection, I'm seeing a lot of growth. There's so many majors here. First of all, we have the Fool, clarified by the Two of Cups. So this is a new beginning for you and your person. Let me just make sure these are pretty straight. That's just important to me. So give me just 2 seconds of time to do that. Okay. The Fool and the Two of Cups is a new beginning in love. It is a new start. It almost feels like a honeymoon period to me. It's where things are finally flowing easily, perhaps after a period of time of somebody really withholding or holding back of their emotional self and not really wanting to give to this connection despite feeling a lot or being very deeply connected. It was a lot of reservation. It was feels in a place of anxiety or worry, fear. With it being Swords energy, it was a self-imposed restriction based upon being too much in their head and not enough in their heart space. So this King of Cups character is probably your person, regardless of gender. It's just going to represent someone, again, who's very emotionally deep. It's Scorpionic energy, of course. They're very deep water signs, but they're also very secretive. They do not reveal much. This person seems to be stepping into an energy of trusting and now letting things flow and allowing a new beginning, or maybe a beginning for the first time for some of you to actually start. With Strength, this is beautiful. This is literally empowering strength, clarified by the Emperor. This is things starting to finally ground themselves, become aligned, stepping into their power. So I think both of you are beginning to feel more secure in the connection, beginning to see the immense potential and feeling that power, feeling it almost feels like a solar energy. It's just a very visceral response, I think, that you're having to this new beginning. You're really feeling like it's different this time. You're seeing the improvements. You're seeing the effort made. With the Page of Swords, especially clarified by the Two of Wands, again, I said that this, is oriented, it's facing in the opposite direction of the Eight of Swords. So I was seeing that this is something that's, being let go of. Look at how it even says train delays up top. So delays, disappointments, perhaps holding back due to fear, being reserved and cautious, or leaning more into the mental space versus into the heart space. All of that is what's kind of being reflected on differently with this Page of Swords. Seeing things in a new way, having and gaining a different perspective, a higher, vantage point of how to approach this. And Two of Wands is that decision being made to anchor this, to have this beginning, and to really, I think, again, trusting the universe, trusting intuition, trusting the self, trusting feelings, the emotional body, and really just going with it, taking that leap of faith. I definitely feel lots of Fool energy as a tie into the High Priestess. So if that's your pile, it sounds like you're reading, then stay tuned, because this is a really great situation. If it resonates back to what is currently taking place, this is not, I don't think, of predicting a future situation. I think this is literally the circumstances energetically at the time you are catching this reading. So if that makes sense to you and resonates, then you are in the right place. This is your pile. So pile 2, let's go ahead and take a look at what the purpose is of this connection. I'm curious to see how this will differ from pile 1. I've never done this reading before, so I'm not sure what we're actually going to be experiencing, what's going to come out as to what the purpose is, but whatever it is, we'll take it, obviously. First card out is the Star. Oh my goodness. Perhaps dreams coming true, finally each meeting your right person. We have the Three of Cups. It almost wanted to come out reversed, but I'm taking it upright, especially with that star energy. It lends a much more positive connotation than would be a reversed meaning. The Three of Cups is all about harmony and community and connection and coming together with others and experiencing that happiness, that joy. The Wheel of Fortune. This is big, definitely. This is a really important connection for the two of you, especially you, the viewer, pile 2. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords. Clarifying these energies is the Four of Pentacles with the Star. Yeah, this is grounding your dreams into reality, making them real for the first time. We have Justice, clarifying the Three of Cups. It's a beautiful energy as well. The Three of Swords for the the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. And Judgment. Wow. Okay, so we had about 3 majors in the first spread, and here we have, once again, 4 majors, 4 majors coming out for you. This is absolutely incredible. I love it. The bottom of the deck energy that kind of underlines the whole theme of the reading is the Queen of Cups. This is my card. Cancerian energy. This is the energy of someone who's very emotionally loving and receptive. Remember how we also had that King come out, and now we have the Queen. So this could very well be, the purpose is finding your counterpart, finding the person that's meant for you. This could be a soulmate type energy, a soulmate type of reading. That remains to be seen, but we'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and pull a few energy and spirit oracle cards. I'm just shuffling to make sure these are nice and mixed. What is the purpose of pile 2's connection to their person? Past life guides, karmic lessons, and present assistance. So there could be very karmic-y energy surrounding this connection, and that doesn't have to mean that it's strictly a karmic relationship. In fact, very much for that particular card, I just get the idea of resolving a lot of past conflicts within self, clearing up things energetically. So there could be a lot of things that you've experienced either in a past life, prior lifetime, or this current incarnation, in which there's a lot, again, of heaviness that you're releasing, letting go of, and learning from. Wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. So getting really clear, I think, on what you want so that you can manifest your dreams, make them come true. which is beautiful. And we're also going to take a few from the Healers of the Earth Oracle here. Don't forget your umbrella, foresight, preparedness, contingency plan. Yeah, preparedness. So not rushing into things either. Really stepping into an energy again of measuredness. With that Emperor coming out especially, this is just about grounding things, about taking things slow and methodical, really allowing things to develop and flourish in due time and divine timing, in fact, and not feeling the pressure or needing to rush. Exactly. So we have flight plan here, a trip, disappearance, lack of closure. It relates in two ways for me. So again, the idea of lack of closure would be relating to some of those past life cycles that you're coming out of, and how previously there wasn't a whole lot of, I think, resolution or reconciliation, resolve with those matters. And now it's finally coming into play. But I also, again, when I think of flight plan, I think of flightiness, or I think of something quick, being really impetuous. But we have here, commit to a path, keep focused, continue, persistence pays off. So again, this idea of really investing the time and energy and then seeing your rewards come to fruition, seeing what that star energy, your dreams begin to ground and take shape in reality, in the 3D. I definitely think that that's what the message is here. When we're seeing the Four of Pentacles clarifying the star is going to represent spiritual matters, of course, like the cosmos, of course, being that it's star energy, star power is in the sky, in the universe. But then we have this Pentacles energy beneath it, which is sort of supporting the idea of grounding and bringing things down to earth, bringing things to a practical level, and manifesting and becoming real in the 3D, as I said. So it really looks like the purpose of this connection in many ways is to help you get clear on what you truly desire in life, and then help to make it real, help to have it come into being. So you must be gaining a lot of mental clarity, a lot of, as it said, foresight. Did it say foresight? Yes. A lot of foresight, a lot of, I think, self-awareness also of how you've been resisting previously getting what you've truly wanted, how things have not been flowing for you as readily because there was things that were yet to be resolved. I think you're finally starting to recognize and kind of put two and two together. So this is a twofold, pile one. Pile one was more about literally needing to just heal and take a lot of value in the contrasting energies that were presenting for that relationship, which that connection was very rough. And moving forward independently. I think that's where you were sitting pile two previously, perhaps with other relationships or connections. But now it feels like this connection is the one in which you really kind of finally close the book on those things and begin to step into your power, into this energy of actually manifesting a real, true union. The Three of Cups with Justice, again, is like everything being made right. I just get very happy ending, fairy tale ending type energy with this set of cards, this combination. The Three of Cups, of course, relating to the idea of harmony and joy and togetherness with others. It also can be friendships. So it's just about, I think, developing really solid connections with others. With Justice here, this is about things being made right, balanced, aligned. I really think that that's a lot of what's happening here. Is finally coming into, again, your power not only individually with this High Priestess energy and the Queen of Cups, two of the most intuitive based cards in the entire tarot system, but it's also about how you're showing up in the world. So the Three of Cups and threes in general in tarot and numerology are going to represent creativity, collaboration, how you show up in the world, how you connect with others. It's about networking. So this is also about, again, what you're bringing to the table in terms of interconnectedness with the collective, with the community. So it feels like, through your past life experiences, through this connection, it's helping you to expand and grow as a person. It's helping you to really better form and create how you want to show up in the world, what you're bringing to the table, what you are presenting forth in this experience, in this lifetime, what you want to provide to the collective, like what it is that you want to contribute. That's what I'm getting at, your contribution. The Wheel of Fortune here is a beautiful, fortuitous energy. It marks good luck, abundance. I love the Wheel of Fortune. It's even called the Wonder Wheel in this deck. And what does this say? This says something. It says more chills and thrills this way. I love that because that's, I think, exactly how you feel about this person. You probably feel very deeply connected. Um, Again, I got that like honeymoon energy. So just feeling such a good synergy with this person. Like everything is right with the world when you're together. You feel like this really could be it for you. This is the one. This is like the person you've always been waiting for. Or this is why you experienced all the things that you did, because you really believe that this is the be all end all relationship for you. It could very well be. It also could not be. But at this point in time, the energy as it's presenting forth is very much that you are in a very good place. And this relationship has had a huge impact on you and your personal evolution and expansion to get you to that point. Now, what happens from here on out, can change. But this purpose of this connection is definitely meant to help you grow at a huge level. And it's meant to happen in your life at this time when it is happening, because you're at a place energetically to really be ready to receive in all of the insight that you're gaining, the wisdom that you're gaining, the clarity that you're achieving through these experiences, to really integrate them and allow yourself to be propelled forward. I see the Wheel of Fortune as a huge shift, a huge turning point, where we begin to see like the dreams manifesting tenfold, where we begin to experience a higher level of living, where our vibrational state, where our alignment is such that nothing is outside of the realm of possibility. That's kind of like where you're at in your life. That's why I said I feel like a very evolved energy in this pile compared to those in pile one. The Three of Swords is also indicative, again, of past pain, perhaps a lot of lessons learned. Three of Swords was kind of the overall energy of pile one. For you, you've expanded beyond those energies. You've dealt with a lot of pain and loss, perhaps, but you're moving beyond them. You have transcended a lot of that. I think that we can always learn from our past experiences. We're always open, needing to be open to growth and to continued expansion. No one's ever done with healing and growing, but it really looks like you, again, have turned a corner and have really shifted things out of this energy of feeling a lot of lack and loss related to especially relationships, I'm hearing. So shifting away from this really painful swords energy. The Two of Swords, though, is about still having some bit of cautiousness. I think this is more on the part of your person, but also it's a mirrored energy. So both of you just having like a slight barrier. Look at how this two swords crossing this street. This doesn't impede the view, right? It doesn't block actually anything. It's just almost like metaphorical to show there's this little bit of resistance that's just needing to still give way. If you just part these swords, everything is fully clear. And I think, especially with Judgment presenting and the sun kind of peeking out from behind this dark night and this building, and is this a cemetery? I think this is actually a church. And this is a church, and these are tombstones. Like these are headstones, from a cemetery. This is like saying, like almost like rising from the dead, or dawning a new light on something that felt old and dead. Look at how even the tree is like barren. It has no leaves. It's not representing abundance and growth. And yet, ironically, there's all these flowers and growth and greenery around the tombstones. So again, I just think this is about like a rebirth, a new chance at life, perhaps a new chance in love. And there's a little bit of resistance left to release. And I think that's another part of the purpose of this, is to get you fully out of that cycle and fully into your power as an individual and in relationships, so that you can have this dawning of a new day. And you are coming into that truth. I think you're realizing this. I think you're seeing where that little bit of dissonance is still existing within both of you. And I think you're helping each other to resolve it. Again, commit to a path. Keep focused, continue, and persistence pays off. This has been a very long-standing investment, I feel. You could have known this person for years, or if you haven't, then this person is just somebody that you've gotten to know very well, that you've really had like a very great rapport with, a very deep connection, and you've invested a lot more time in this particular connection than a lot of the ones I think you've had. I think previously, again, if this is anything similar to pile one, it may be helpful for you to watch pile one so you can see just how much growth you've had. For you can look at the energy of pile one and where you used to sit, and then come to this pile and see where you've transcended and where you've gained, and where you've gotten to after that time, that state of being, and then really kind of get the full picture and grasp the full magnitude of what you've achieved. But preparedness, contingency plan, all of this, keep focused. It just, again, relates to me about knowing how to best navigate relationships now. It's connections with people overall. It's like you're learning as you go, but you're really getting good at this. And you're following and committing to a path finally. You're not being flighty. You're not, having low level connections with people. You're really invested here. And I really think that it's not just an investment again in this person, but an investment in yourself and committing to finally doing the things needed, the inner work to resolve every little bit of resistance and conflict that you have within yourself, perhaps from past pain, so that you can just have all of your dreams come true and be a truly abundant and just have a beautiful life. Just have a beautiful, abundant, joyous, harmonious life. I think that's incredible. Whenever we can get to that energetic place, that's amazing. Let's go ahead and ask, what else is the purpose of this connection? Okay. And we have the Seven of Swords. In this case, I feel like it's getting clear on things that previously eluded you or that you were resisting or avoiding. I think this has really prompted you to grow, the Hanged One. So in the state of inactivity that you've had, where you've had to invest and kind of wait for things to turn for you, there's been a lot of time for reflection and self-introspection. So you've been able to grow by examining things as they've been happening. The Six of Pentacles, this is about reciprocity, what you give to others. And the Sun, this is about enjoying things in the moment, appreciating everything. Appreciating life. I'm seeing just, again, a whole new lease on life. There's so much sun energy here. That could be a sign for you. It's just the energy, again, of happiness, of being joyful and just appreciating everything about life, just how beautiful it looks and feels. And it's such a warm and vital energy. We have the Four of Swords for the Seven of Swords. The Three of Pentacles for the Hanged One. So again, more Pentacles energy, more threes, indicative of collaboration and creativity. We have the Knight of Swords for the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Cups for the Sun. So right here, if you needed your sign, very much says that this could be shining a light on a very strong soulful-based connection that exists between you. That could be very well the purpose. As I said, this is like a twofold energy. This is individual, but this also is a component of really relating to the person you're actually asking about, that you're connected to. The Seven of Swords, again, this is getting clear on things. Four of Swords, you previously were not awake, I think, to everything. I think there was a lot of energy that you were ignoring or just not cognizant of, not aware of, not paying attention to. And through, again, connecting with this person, coming together with this person, but also being, look at how it's funny. This is the new, the Midnight City Tarot. So it's based on New York City. This is a card that is based upon a very famous show set in New York City, which is Friends. And this is the episode where they're putting, they're bringing a couch up the steps and they're like, pivot. And so there's a lot of teamwork and patience and just planning and all of that, all of these cards that we've indicated here before. All of that's needed for this energy. So it's almost like in navigating the complexities of this connection, you've also then been able to take a step back and really observe yourself, your part in it, and grow and learn from that experience. Again, I think that previously you were very hasty. You approached things very differently, maybe even very coldly or very sharply with this Knight of Swords. This is a very cutting energy. This is someone who can cut people off at a moment's notice, who can change direction swiftly, who maybe doesn't overinvest in things. But with the Six of Pentacles, this is all about investing. This is all about, look at how the person is seated. They're sedentary, they're stationary. They're waiting and just allowing the abundance to come to them. They're just sitting in that stillness and appreciating the moment, appreciating the energy that's presenting. And they're not feeling the need to be on the move and to go anywhere else. I really think that's a strong, strong message here as well, is like being content with the energy of stillness, getting content with self, being independent and alone. Of course, the High Priestess is a very independent energy as well. And it's allowing you to, again, really become this person that you need to be in order to shine the light on this connection, to allow this connection to come in, to have it be at a time for you when you can fully receive it in, when you can see it for what it is, and when you can really make use of it and appreciate it and grow as a person and grow in this connection to allow it to become all that it could be. I think that it's possible for a lot of our connections to turn into something really beautiful. Not necessarily that they're all as impactful as each other spiritually. So some may bear more weight than others. But I really think that it's all about timing with this particular pile, is like coming into alignment with self and having everything kind of fall into place at this exact timing when you're meeting this person is by no coincidence. It's only synchronistic energetic sort of intervention by spirit. So it really feels to me like this is the time when you are meant to experience this, you know, in this moment in time with this person. And it turns out that it's a very strong soul connection as well. So that's beautiful. I really, really love that. That's incredible. Let's go ahead and get a couple cards from the Wordless Oracle. This is a deck by a very sweet soul, Ray Serafina Barker. I love her cards. They are so stunning. Just want to see what it gives us. These are wordless, as the title implies, so they don't have any titles or meanings. It's more so just all meant to be intuitive. So what I'm getting from this very strongly is the idea that look at how these are so colorful in contrast to pile one I pulled. Like this whole deck is very colorful, and then the 3 cards I pulled were very like dark and gloomy. There's a lot of light here. So in this first card, I am just seeing the expansiveness that's available to you, and look at all the stars presenting, and you had star energy come out very early on in the spread in this reading, and this is a sign, of course, that dreams are coming true. You're communing with source, with spirit, and like really the sky is the limit with potential here in your own personal life, perhaps even with this person. You know, the rippling of effect of the central card here with all of this light strongly coming through. Look at how the light is coming through that door. The birds are flying, they're free and clear. It does represent freedom to me. It represents just that release of emotion, that ability to just connect with others. Again, as I said, that 3 of Pentacles came out, the 3 of Cups came out earlier. This is about how you're showing up in the world, how you're just free to truly be yourself now and are going to attract in exactly who and what you want, and you can trust that. And then this circle, you know, the circular energy to me is, it almost looks like there's a world inside of there. And then there's so much light radiating out from it. Again, it looks very similar to the sun images that have been presenting. This is the idea to me, again, of like vitality of life, how there is so much that exists within that you can bring forward and add to this world and add to your own life. And you're tapping into it. You're gaining that spiritual wisdom that is allowing you to do this, to achieve this, again, in your own life independently, in perhaps other areas of your life, how you're showing up for others, how you can be a support and a guiding light to others, and how you can support, you know, this connection and this person that you are connected with. I love that. That's so great. Because I did this for pile 1, I'll do it for you as well, because I like to just get an idea for you what you can expect in the next few months ahead, especially with something like this where it's going so well. Let's just go ahead and get a couple quick cards on what the future holds, the immediate future at least, with your person. Are things going to continue on this track? Are things looking good? And then we'll get guidance for you, final guidance on how you can continue to stay in this energy and make the most of it. So we have the Magician. So this is staying in your power, number 1. I think this is important for both of you. And if you do that, Page of Cups, could be the start of an actual relationship. Yeah, Temperance, this is a coming together energy for me. And the 10 of Swords, and that's not a good way to end things. So let's go ahead and clarify what that's about, right? The 10 of Swords is the 5 of Wands and the High Priestess. So this is about closing out cycles, difficult, painful cycles. Perhaps, again, it's not without bumps, okay? So as long as everything is staying on the same track, I think you are looking to have a really beautiful, perhaps full union with this person, but it's not going to be easy. Then that's like the start of another journey, right? Is like you actually achieve this with this person. Now it's about maintaining alignment in a relationship. And I do think that's going to be a bit of a struggle for you, you know, so twofold here. We asked for what's going to happen in the future, but this is also a strong indicator with 2 High Priestess cards coming out that you really need to lean into your intuition as you encounter this next phase of life, because that's going to be super, super important for you as you navigate this next course. Again, after this cycle has closed, it's about moving forward and really leaning into intuition and trusting that to guide you through this next stage in life. For guidance for you on how you can just navigate all of this, we got a little bit of it, but let's get some more. What is the guidance for pile 2, please? Put a spell on you. Charm, seduction being won over. That's interesting guidance. We'll see how that relates. Bottled up, repressed, pent up, and needing release. Ice fishing, breakthroughs, increased self-awareness. You know what I'm getting? Put a spell on you with bottled up, again, is like this idea of not being fully self-aware. I think there is a lot of awareness that you have about a lot of things, but there's still just a little bit, again, I think it may come about once you actually are in a relationship that you really fully see just how far you have to go. So it's about achieving and reaching a breakthrough, which I think is going to happen. You know, the advice is to be really receptive and aware of your habits, perhaps of yourself, and how you're conducting yourself in life, especially in regards to this connection. And then, you know, increasing your self-awareness so you can have a successful outcome. And then the dining table, a date, social gathering, and nourishment. So just continue to explore and have fun with life. I don't think expect too much. Just enjoy each moment as it comes, but be very, very self-aware is what I'm getting. Yeah, absolutely. This card for me, Intelligentsia, is the one that's kind of standing out most. And that's, again, about perception. It's about intellect. It's about being mindful and aware of what you're bringing to the table and how you're presenting this connection. Again, I think in the near future, it was just important that Spirit came through to share with you that you may encounter a little bit of some wobbliness in the alignment once you're actually in a relationship. And so just be aware of that. You can even begin to work on that now so that it's not as much of a barrier or an issue in the future. Getting clear, you know, and anticipating what that will be like and how you'll encounter it. I want some guidance specifically on that for you. What else can Pile 2 do to better navigate their relationship once they get it? What can they do? Or what can they do now? The intangible. So indeterminate, formless, and unknowable. So I guess accepting, you know, the fallibility of who you are and how you don't know it all, and you're still just a human being having a human experience. And while you may know a lot, there's still more that you can learn. Amusement, entertainment, and captivation. Again, pleasant distraction for me is kind of relating to the dining table card, which is just about enjoying life, flowing with things more, not getting too serious, too stuck on any one thing. Just, again, continuing to invest. Quench your thirst, be receptive, rehydrate, and replenish yourself. So make sure you're making time for self. Be receptive as well. Again, that's relating to those High Priestess energies and the Queen of Cups. All of these heavy cards of intuition. And sound healing. Healing, tone, self-expression, and music. So perhaps sound or music is really significant for you. Apparently this is going to be a modality that you can either get involved with or just experience that will help you to heal and release and increase your vibrations, perhaps, so you're more receptive to messages from Spirit that will help you to navigate the situation when it happens. So Pile 2, I still hope you've enjoyed this reading, that it's been of help to you and brought you some clarity. I have so enjoyed having you here today. Thank you once again for stopping by, especially if you're from another social space where I do readings. I'm involved in a lot of different things. I wear a lot of different hats. So especially those that have been watching my shorts videos, if you've made your way here as a result of that and are seeing some of my full pick of cards, that means the world to me. It means that my channel is continuing to grow and expand, which is of course the point and is my goal and effort to do so. So it means a lot that you are here and that's how you found me. That's the whole purpose and point of why I'm doing all of these different things. So if you haven't to that point already subscribed because you found me through shorts or something along those lines, then please feel free to do so. Again, that increases the growth and continued outreach of my brand here on this platform and of my channel. I also have lots of other playlists available with readings just like this, a little different topics, but all relating to your person and your connection if that's of interest to you. And until next time, Pile 2, I hope you take great care. I'm sending you again lots of loving, abundant energy as you navigate through this situation. It's beautiful energy. I'm wishing you lots of good luck in love. And until next time, once again, I hope you take great care. See you again. Bye-bye. Hey Pile 3, so happy to have you here with me today at the channel. We're doing a wonderful reading where we're asking, what is the purpose of this connection between you and your person? Now you have chosen the beautiful piece of Amazonite, as well as the Ace of Swords card. This is from the Wandering Star Tarot, indie version, beautiful. Now, the Ace of Swords is all about truth-seeking, clarity, as the keywords indicate here, success as well, change, decisions, and action. So it's a very action-oriented card, but also very cerebral in nature. I just see it as a sort of truth, clarity coming in. Could be communication as well. We'll see how this relates to the full reading. For your specific deck I'll be using today, we have for you the Guardian of the Night Tarot, a beautifully, okay, so pile one's deck was mass marketed, but otherwise all the rest that I've chosen end up being independent today. I just love these indie decks. They're just so unique, so different, so perfect. So we're gonna start by taking a look at the current energy going on between you. That's going to help you to frame this and see if it really truly is your reading. While I am shuffling, go ahead and set the intention that you are open, willing, and ready to receive the insights that are going to prevent forth from source today. And the reason for that, you always want to set your intention before you really do anything. I've set my intention before I've started this reading. You want to do that to ensure, again, that you are ready to receive and bring in those messages that are going to come forward today in this reading. You know, this may quite honestly be very triggering, the subject matter. You may hear things you may not necessarily want to hear, but need to hear. And you just want to make sure that you communicate to the universe you're ready and open to receiving them at the highest level, so you can integrate these insights and this clarity and really make good use of it, right? That's the purpose of all of these readings, is to increase clarity, awareness, enlightenment, and of course, ultimately expansion and growth. So that's our focus. Also, go ahead and select a sign if you feel called to do so. Selecting a symbol that Spirit can use to communicate with you is just the easiest way that they can get their messages across, and that you can really trust in them, that you can anchor and affirm them as true for you. So do that as well. I am, as I've said in all piles today, a very compassionate yet direct reader. So I am going to tell you exactly what I see here, exactly as I see it. But with that said, I try to communicate it in the best way possible. So we'll see what we get for you. Again, we're going to start by just doing that little bit of an energetic snapshot into your situation. Make sure you're in the right place. If not, you can always navigate to one of the other readings or one of my other piles within this reading. Either way, there will be a reading that is out there for you, whether in this video or in another. So let's see if this is your energy today. Pile 3. What is going on between pile 3 and their person, please, Spirit? What is the current energy between them in this connection? We have the Empress coming out first for you, which is a gorgeous energy. These are bigger cards, so I may not be able to do as many. We'll see. 5 of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Yeah, I'm going to move these. I want 4 cards. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. What a mix of energies for you today. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting, in fact. Okay. Now, clarifying, we have the 8 of Pentacles with the Empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles for the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. My goodness. The King of Wands for the King of Swords. And the 6 of Wands for the Ace of Cups. The underlying energy that supports this reading is the 5 of Cups. This is really, really interesting energy for you, pile 3. This is really all over the place. So we have the Empress here clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. To me, this is about saying that things were or are relatively in a good place, you know, that people are equally investing in this connection. I think of bees as symbology of community, of collectiveness, of coming together and working for the greater good, putting in the effort. And the Empress is the result, right? Is all of this beauty and abundance and safety and security. Look at the little baby fox and the larger fox looking overhead. I feel such a good, abundant energy about that card, especially with the imagery in this deck. But then we have here the 5 of Pentacles, which is a feeling of lack or loss, despite somebody honestly being a very abundant, manifesting energy overall. You know, we even have a bunny in this card, which is a symbol of fertility. again, just this idea of a lot of growth and expansive energy existing here. I'm going to almost look at this as this is two separate energies. So this, I'm going to say, is probably the divine masculine energy. We've got kings on this side. We've got, this is an energy that to me, Six of Wands can be almost a little bit of an egoic sort of an energy at times. And on this side, we have queens and we have the empress, and we just have more of a feminine, divine feminine energy. So we're going to take this as split down the middle. I think for you, probably the viewer, which is likely the divine feminine energy in this case is investing quite a bit. And I do think that you're creating a beautiful relationship or beautiful energy, but I also think that you're feeling a lot of lack, that there's a lot that's yet to be manifested, that is yet to come together and come to fruition in this reality that could be with this person. Your person is sitting in a lot of ego and in a lot of anxiety and a lot of overthinking. They're very much not connected with their heart space. Despite having the Ace of Cups here, I do think they feel a lot of love for you, or a lot of emotional energy, what they would describe as care and, concern or consideration. But it's coming from a place that's almost, again, this idea of what I got with this Empress card, which is like wanting to take care of things, wanting to take care of you or be a provider, but not necessarily show up as a really strong romantic partner. So for the two of you in your connection, you could actually already be in like a domestic partnership or a marriage, some type of an official capacity, an official connection where there could be families involved or responsibilities. And I see this person as devoting a lot of their time and energy to you in a pragmatic sense, in the sense of needing to, out of perhaps obligation, honestly, it's just what I'm getting, or like a duty sense, a sense of, I need to do this because I'm, quite honestly, the paradigm of like, I'm the man, or I'm the masculine energy, I take care of things. That's what it's coming through to me. What's coming through for me, and the Queen of Pentacles can actually be a spousal card, so a wife energy in this case, and the Empress is a mother. I really see it as two people not on the same page. The divine feminine wanting more love in the connection, and there being a lot of beautiful abundance here, or also capable of manifesting. But the masculine energy is not entirely on the same page. That would be why the underlier is the Five of Cups energy. This person and yourself are just sitting in energies that don't align. And so there's a lot of discord. There's disappointment here. There's a loss. There's not a good, this is not a good cups card. And that could be why the Ace of Swords is important to you. You want clarity. You want to see what the way forward is. What is the purpose of this connection? Are you meant to be together? Or what is meant to occur in this situation? If this doesn't sound at all like your energy, I would definitely advise you selecting one of the other piles. They were all different today, but this is the energy of this particular reading for you, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get some information now on what is the actual purpose of this connection for those watching pile 3. What is the connection between them and their person for pile 3, please? We have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. Clarifying these energies, we have the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is a strong trigger warning that I'm about to relay, but for a lot of you, the purpose of this relationship or connection is to help you determine and see what you truly do and don't want. And with this Three of Pentacles clarifying the Two of Cups, this does kind of give me indications that there is another relationship or connection out there for you that isn't necessarily this person. It is likely a third party. The Ace of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Wands, is overcoming struggles to me. The Ten of Wands is a very difficult card, indicative of overburdening oneself, feeling overwhelmed and challenged, just kind of at the end of that cycle, but it hasn't fully closed out. This Wands card is very difficult energy. With the Ace of Wands as well, look at how it's depicting a spider, and the spider web, is an entanglement. I'm getting the idea of entanglement. So there's definite energy here of like karmic energy, perhaps of being involved with somebody that you don't know is right for you, or it's very much a struggle. You don't know whether to stay or go, whether you're coming or going. You may have, you know, marriage or property and individuals like children involved in the mix, or families that are deeply enmeshed and involved. But there's just a lot of messy energy. Again, this idea of entanglement to me. And this is about you overcoming and releasing yourself to have a new beginning. You feel a lot of anxiety about this. You know, I think it's very difficult for you to imagine truly moving on from this person or stepping away. But at the same time, there's a lot of difficult, tense energy within the connection as well. And I think you're tired. I do think you're tired of that. I think it's time for you to make some decisions, and I think you're aware of this, and that would be why it also says decisions on the Ace of Swords card in this deck. But I also think that you're scared and just very hesitant to actually make those moves to untangle yourself and to have that new beginning, again, independently or with someone else. But I want to say to you, that Spirit is very much saying the purpose of this is to, you know, sit in stillness, to sort of restore at the soul level, to recuperate, to regenerate, and to really heed, you know, your intuition, heed what Spirit is urging you to do. I think you're already kind of getting those nods, getting those indications, and you're just sort of ignoring or not choosing to focus on those signs and syncs that are saying to you, you know, urging you that it's time to move forward. It's time for you to move on from this person. The purpose of this connection has outlived, you know, the life cycle has concluded, I feel. And now it's just sort of dragging things on. And you're repeating cycles, and you're repeating patterns, and you're repeating lessons that you've already experienced with this person, and delaying the inevitable, which is truly the purpose, is to help catapult you onto a new relationship, one where you're actually going to feel respected, valued, where you can achieve all of that abundance that you have available to you. Remember how I saw that Queen of Pentacles card that was underneath everything? It was saying that that's what you truly have capable of yourself, pile 3. This 2 of Cups energy, this 3 of Pentacles, which is somebody equally putting in effort, which is someone who can emotionally and physically invest equally in the connection with you. This is about the emotional component. This is about the 3D pragmatic side. So this is somebody who can be a provider, but also be not just a protector, but a nurturer, and someone who can show up and provide for you and give you what you're needing emotionally as well. That equal synergy, that connection, that kindredness of spirit, soulful energy, if you will. But with that, you know, what was the presenting energy above the Queen of Pentacles was that 5 of Pentacles, feeling that lack, that loss, not feeling at peace in the connection, and not feeling like you're ultimately getting everything that you're putting in. Again, I want to stress that this person's been a very good partner to you in the 3D world, in the 3D realm. Realistically, they are providing, they are contributing equally to the household, they are probably supporting the family unit or this connection at some financial, again, practical level. But emotionally, it kind of feels a bit dead, that they're not really showing up in any way other than out of obligation and responsibility. I know that's a really difficult message. It even feels really sad to relay. But again, I think this is something your intuition's been telling you, and I think just hearing the cold, hard truth, honestly, is necessary for you to start to embody the energy needed to move forward. So let's actually see. Let's just take a look right away and look into, I don't want to get too much into this energy of this current connection, because really this new connection that's presenting looks to be a lot more promising. So I want to, first of all, get some just brief information on what is to come with this connection you're currently in. We've kind of gathered the purpose of it is lived its purpose, but what can we expect in the near future with regard to this connection that you're in presently? Just to give you an idea of what you can come to expect. So what is coming in the near future in this connection between pile 3 and their person? So the 8 of Swords, this is a lack of movement. This is kind of things stagnating. The 3 of Swords, this is continued pain and heartache. Oh goodness, this is heavy. 10 of Pentacles though, so everything outwardly from a 3D perspective being, you know, firmly rooted and grounded as it always has been, but emotionally it's going to be very, very unfulfilling, pile 3. The Ace of Pentacles here is, you know, just continued prosperity and abundance in a material way. So this person that you're involved with may make a lot of money, or just may have a lot of ability to give you experiences in life, provide in a way that you know, really in the physical realm, in the physical world, makes you feel very secure. But look at how the Queen of Cups is clarifying that Eight of Swords. That's emotional stagnation. That's emotional limitation. The Four of Pentacles, clarifying that Three of Swords is just, again, this idea of like things not moving forward and it just breaking your heart day by day. The Page of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles, things are just, again, superficial is what I'm getting. Like good for looks, good for show, but it's lacking depth and substance. The Seven of Pentacles, you guys could continue to cycle and do this forever. You could continue to invest in your physical world that you're living side by side, but there's just no emotional connection between you any longer. It's not going and flowing in the way that you'd like it to. With the Two of Swords, it's literally just blocked. You know, so let's go ahead and just get a few more cards. I haven't even pulled out any oracle for you, and we should get some of those. This is the Energy and Spirit Oracle deck. Phase entanglement, emotional influence. Again, I just feel like there's a lot of things that are impacting this connection and ultimately just not creating happiness. The emotional influence, I feel, is what others will think and say, maybe other people that are involved, how it'll impact them. We have confusion, being unclear on the way forward. We'll take one more. Joy, blessings, and intuition. That's where your joy comes. So you can really transcend all of those energies by just leaning into joy, discovering and heeding the truth that you know is within you. Maybe this is a sign you've been asking for, just to hear the truth from somewhere. But you are on the way to joy and blessings if you just lean into intuition and truly trust what you feel guided to do, what your inner being is urging you to do. I want to know how your person feels about this connection. Just important for me to ask, I feel. How does pile 3's person feel about this connection? Where are they at? Where are they sitting? Dolphin song, listening, guidance, and clear audience. So I think that they're kind of feeling that things have come to their natural conclusion as well. But here we have round and round, scatteredness, aimlessness, and repetition. They know it's rattling around in the back of their mind, and they're just dragging their feet and not taking steps either. But heavenly, from the stars and beyond the veil with celestial encounter. I think, again, that your person has some perceptibility of spirit as well, and their own intuition is, you know, guiding them away or guiding them onto something else. Take a stand, be heard, and support a cause. Again, I think that they just sit in a lot of like this protector, provider energy, and they turn themselves off emotionally, but yet they still have this ability to sense there's just a little bit of a niggle, as they say, something telling them like this isn't right. So I think the energy is definitely very mirrored between you. So don't feel, you know, disappointed or guilty about doing what's best for you first and foremost, but also because this person, I think, is feeling very similarly as you are. I want to get a little bit of insight into this new relationship that you could have, pile 3, because that's really, really interesting. And then we're going to get guidance for you and close this out. But I want to see what that relationship, that Two of Cups and Three of Pentacles, what can you tell us about that, please? The Chariot. So if you move forward, this is what you have to look forward to. The Queen of Wands, you'll be magnetic to this. It'll come forward swiftly, easily. Ace of Swords presenting again. That's what that has to do with, is just seeing the truth and discovering and achieving it. This new start. And the Nine of Pentacles, stepping into your own abundance allows you to manifest exactly what you want. Absolutely. That's incredible. Ultimately, it begins with you walking away, pile 3. Take that as it may. That's the message. I want to get a few of these Wordless Oracle cards as well. We'll take these for guidance today. This is a beautiful deck by a friend, Ray Serafina Barker. Love her work. This is, as it says, the Wordless Oracle. So it is without words. It's meant to be intuitive prompts. You can take from it whatever you happen to see or feel when you look at these images. I'll just provide to you what I'm getting in looking at them. But as you can see here, we have a lighthouse that's sitting atop a rock. It just represents to me the idea of abundance, of a life that's very much, again, this 10 of Pentacles. It's stable, it's secure, you know, but it's isolated, it's lonely feeling, it's removed from all of this watery energy. It's actually almost as high up as the sky, which is how it looks in this image. And I think that's what your life has become. You know, you can look longingly at the birds in the sky flying freely, but you could have that. You could have that freedom, that expansiveness. Look at all of this beautiful abundance that's available. The earth looks huge right here. It almost looks like, that looks literally like the earth instead of the moon, because we have like some other planetary looking images in the sky. But this just almost looks like a utopian world. It's just beautiful. It's abundant. It's full of growth and expansiveness. And I think that that's where you're headed, or that's where you should be headed. Look at this beautiful imagery of these trees growing so tall. This came out in one of my collective readings on TikTok, actually. And it was representative, again, of this idea of abundance and growth, and just seeing how high you can reach, how far you can go. And look at in the beginning area at the top of that tree in the sky, there is that image of the rose. I think, again, a nod to you know, love and that beautiful energy that you've been seeking, that, again, idea of abundance as well. It's all available to you, but you have to come down kind of from the rock. You have to climb down from the top of the cliff and really just reach for the sky. So come down into your intuitive body, connect with the water, that's the emotional self, and then fly free. Set yourself free, release, and move forward. Move into an energy that allows for abundance and expansion, because I don't think it's going to be possible in this current, yeah, you hear that? Someone taking off, just literally no longer spinning their wheels, just going for it. That, I think, was a divine synchronicity. I normally cannot stand the traffic sounds when they impede in the reading, but that felt really synchronistic. So take that if you will. The final guidance I'm going to get for you, pile 3, is just how you can achieve this. Okay, so how can you get yourself free? What can you do? What kind of practical steps can you take at this point in time? I want to get you some real logical, practical guidance and advice on what you can do. The sun. So first of all, envision it, think about it, don't ignore it. You know what your intuition is guiding you to do. It's time for you to connect with it. You're enlightened and awakened to what needs to occur, and you have to now step into that truth and embody it, right, with the Ace of Swords. The Knight of Cups. This is about, you know, just leading with your loving heart, following your emotion, what it calls to you to do. Again, I think that you can't go wrong as long as you heed your intuition. So right now, it's time for you to kind of hermit, step into that hermit energy. That's an energy of independence, of heeding kind of the inner call. It's connecting with source independently and through introspection. That self-reflective, introspective energy is going to allow you to connect with spirit, connect with your intuition. And I think that's where you're going to get your answers about how to navigate this entire situation, pile 3. So hopefully that's been of help to you. We've enjoyed this reading today and brought you some clarity. I hope it's brought you some clarity and some guidance on how to move forward. I'm sending you so much loving, abundant energy and a lot of strength to you as you navigate through this situation. I do hope to see you again for a future reading. In the meantime, I have lots of readings available in playlists for you that you can peruse if you would like to at your leisure. I also would encourage you to subscribe so you never miss my content. I also post lots of YouTube shorts here. I'm on lots of other social platforms, so you can feel free to check those out as well. I have lots of different things I'm involved in, and none of the content is the same. So if you want more of this, there's lots of avenues and ways to achieve it and to seek it out, to give you even maybe further elaboration and guidance on this situation. But hopefully I, again, have been of help today. I am sending you so much, again, just beautiful energy towards you as you work through what you're dealing with. I know it's got to be hard. I hope to see you for a future reading. Maybe we can read on this matter again. And until next time, pile 3, I wish you lots and lots of peace as well. And I hope you take great care of yourself. It's important that you take care of yourself, especially as you begin to kind of make the transition, hopefully with putting yourself first and your happiness first, and having the strength and power to pursue what you really need to for your own happiness. So take great care, pile 3, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.